What's going on, guys? MBM here. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to unlock every single species that is locked in World Box. So as you guys can see, all these species over here are locked. To do this, it's very simple. It takes less than a minute. Usually you have to play the game and unlock these species as you play along and discover how to do it. But if you are impatient like me, I'll show you guys how to do it right now. First thing first, guys, every world pretty much spawns in with a volcano in the middle. So you either have to be close to a volcano or you can put in some lava yourself like that. Once you do that, guys, go to the animals and creatures tab and click on elves. Make sure your game is paused. Once your game is paused, guys, you can put elves down, around 10-20 of them. Then go to other various powers and clone them. Alright, guys, once you clone them, you can go look at the world population. You need more than 500, and obviously we have more than 500. We have more than enough. Then go back to other various powers, get the magnet, pick all these elves up and put them in the lava. Then what you have to do is resume the game, and then you see the dark enlightenment. Then you go to world laws and then go to forbidden knowledge. Then all you have to do is click on it and everything should be unlocked, guys. You got all the animals unlocked. Alright, guys, I do want to check some of these creatures out. Like, we obviously got ostriches, goats, alpacas, capybaras. All of these are new, as well as we got armadillo, raccoons, and we can go on and say all of these. But some of these creatures, they do end up creating their own civilizations. Some that I know for sure are the monkeys. They can definitely create their own civilization. So let's see what other creatures can unlock their own civilization. Alright, guys, we also have bark folks. I wonder if these guys create their own civilizations or not. Then you also got hoppers that are actually creating their own civilizations. So I feel like there are some that do, some that don't. But the cool thing about it is that you get new infrastructure, different kind of infrastructure in the game. They use trees, look like tree branches, to create their civilization, and then the rabbits, they seem to dug up and build it out of the ground, which also seems to be really cool. But yeah, guys, there's all of them. I do have a picture of them all right next to each other, which is really cool. Then you also got these crystal swords that you drop and they fight on their own. Let's just say I wanted to drop this right over here, and then you see it's gonna fight them, and it's pretty much one-shotting the rabbits. Then you also got this different kind of infrastructure. Like, this is the angel tower, so it looks very cool. It's like a pyramid. Then you also got angels that are in the game. Those are also new. It looks very different. You got aliens in the game as well that are attacking, but are not very strong. You got ghosts, unicorn, fairies, which were already in the game, but unicorns are new. Obviously very cool. Then you got arm rocks, which are big boys right over here. There's another big boy. Then you got these ones that looks like wolf, so that is also really cool. Guys, look at the gingerbread men. I spawned a couple of gingerbread men, and now they're creating their own civilization as well. I'm gonna definitely have to put this in the max speed and see how far these guys can get, how further their villages can develop. Now I'm wondering if these lemon guys are also can be able to create their own civilization. Yes, they can also create their own civilization. That's really cool. So far we have discovered 4 species that can create their own civilizations. Then you also got these creatures right over here that looks like goats, but they actually walk like human, which is also pretty cool. Then you got chilbaras, which I don't think they will create their own civilization. There's so many different creatures in the game now. You guys definitely have to play this on your own and discover this, because I feel like this is super cool. Alright, guys, I've changed these guys to Sonic Speed. Let's see how these guys develop, how far they get. They got their own little fortress, their own little bigger houses that they live in. I don't think these guys have any farming concept. Let's look at the gingerbread men. They're obviously making houses of candy canes. So the gingerbread men do have a farming concept. And you got the lemon people. Their houses are obviously made of half lemon. And then this is the alligator, I think, people. Yeah, these are the guys that are pretty much alligators. So yeah, guys, a lot of new species that can create their own civilization. So we have more than elves. Then you guys also got these guys over here. The wolf people, I think these guys are the ones that can that look like wolves. I think it's the bark wolf. So yeah, the bark wolf people can also create their own civilization. But we got so many new creatures and species, and not enough space. So obviously I can't really tell. I'm not really sure what other species create their own civilization, but it is really cool though. You guys will definitely have to mess with this on your own. It's definitely really fun, stuff like that, guys. I think I'm gonna have to give him some people. This guy's by himself and he's not able to develop further. So let's give him some buddies and let's see what kind of buildings is he making. So he looks like this looks like a swampy, looks like a toxic rock, and he also has his own little port. These guys have their own port, which is kind of crazy. Obviously different ships, and I want to see what other these guys have down here. The lemon people, they have their own port. Then you got the wolf people, which they also have their own port. So everybody got their own ports, new type of buildings, and new type of kingdoms can be created now. Definitely, guys, look into this and try this out for yourself. You guys will definitely like it. One last final test. Which is the strongest civilization out of all of these guys? So obviously, guys, it's not going to be fair because somebody has 100 people, other have 20, someone has 500. So obviously it's not going to be fair, but let's see who can be on top of their game. I'm going to use spite and try to ignite a war between all of these guys just to see who will be on top. So the blue civilization out over here is already gone. I wonder what this was. I think it was the bunny civilization. So those guys are already gone. They were already pretty weak, so I'm not really surprised. And I feel like they were pretty much targeted because they were the weakest. Then you also have the crocodile people, where only one person is left, so that's also pretty much done. You guys can count those guys out. So now we have left the monkeys, the lemon people, and the wolf people. From this whole battle, I think we can determine the fact that the wolf people are definitely the strongest out of all. Then you have the monkeys, who did really good for the amount of people they had. Then you obviously have the lemon people, which you can't really expect much because they are just lemon people. So, and they didn't have much population. Also, guys, let's try to get this video to 200 likes. And make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.